Good morning, humanity. Good morning. It is December 28th, 2020. And again, it's our favorite time of the week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Oh, good morning. This is Bev.
Oh, hi, Bev.
Hi, Paul.
It does feel weird to say your own name, but it's like no matter what you look at on TV, they always introduce themselves, even though you know who the hell it is. So it's like,
but
okay,
maybe but maybe everybody else doesn't.
that's true. Maybe I forgot who I am, so I have to remind myself when we get on.
I know, I hear you.
But it is good that we're doing it because just to let you all know, we're simulcasting on numerous platforms, Twitch and Periscope and YouTube. So if you are getting this on those formats, please drop us a note and let us know how you like it. If you have any questions, you can also chat. I'm going back and forth to the different chat things. And just so you all know, too, we now are on TikTok. Woohoo!
Oh boy, the world has just opened up for us. Yeah.
So check out some of our little 30-second videos on TikTok and like us if you can. So here we are, the final week as we run into 2021. Happy New Year, everybody! Happy New Year, Bev.
Boy, you too, Paul.
So I
Wonderful.
hear you've recuperated from your
my
imbibement.
my Mary Mary on Christmas
Mary,
Eve.
Mary.
Uh-huh.
Happy New Year to you all. We want to let you know there is a little donation button on this particular Facebook thing, just so you know that there's a new program, $300 deduction on your IRS gross income. Whether or not you do deductions, if you give to a nonprofit, you can just take $300 right off of your gross income, so you have less tax. So that's a great boon. So if you'd like to make a contribution, we are a 501c3. Just click on the little button or any nonprofit group that you want to support and use that $300 break that you get. So we are going to talk about Biotouch is gift of happiness.
That's appropriate.
Woohoo! Yeah, because we talk about it all the time. We talk about how Biotouch, um, really gives us that gift. That happiness, which is our inherent right. We were born with that right. It's our birthright. It's not something you have to go get. And we sort of started talking about how, like on this Christmas, you got a bunch of gifts. You didn't pay for the gifts. People gave that to you out of their love for you, out of their wanting to bring happiness to you. And your happiness for them is opening the gift, you know? And so you don't pay for a gift. And yet, this thing called happiness, it's incredible how much money we spend to find happiness. Like everything we do in our life is about seeking happiness, trying to be happiness. And well,
Hmm.
what we love
Well,
about BioTouch is it's a gift of happiness that it doesn't have to cost you anything. That's the goal of this organization, is to give you back this gift of happiness that truly is yours. So and we're not talking about that happiness in opposition to unhappiness. That the duality. We're talking about that happiness. What was it you had a quote once? That's the one thing that we're coming into a time of now is happiness.
yeah, because we've never known true happiness as a humanity. We've only known what? Fear, pain, suffering, all that stuff. Little fleeting moments of what we call happiness,
Whoops.
but not true. I was just thinking while you were talking about exchanging gifts. What happens is somebody buys me a gift and I have to return it. But when we do something like BioTouch, it's instantaneous. There's no, oh, now I got to get this person something. It's in the moment, it's in the presence of each other. And what's starting to happen is that in the consciousness, the self-awareness that humanity as a group is beginning to awaken into, we're starting to think in terms of being instead of doing, acting, running around. Part of this whole process that we're going through is to reorient us into a whole different awareness of what life is, and just being in the moment, which is one of the greatest gifts that Biotouch offers. Being in the moment with another being isn't, it's not, and you don't even have to think I'm giving you a gift and then I'm giving you one back. It's that's what's inherent in Biotouch. It's just this total beautiful moment of exchange of a gift, as Paul said, is already been given to us. So in that self-awareness, we come into a knowing that inherently this is what we are, this is who we are, this is what's already been given to us. And I think that's, at least for me, why I hold Biotouch so high, because it really is the holding of a divine, essence that's starting to percolate and permeate into our consciousness now. This is part of the new, the new thinking of health is wealth, and reimagining ourselves. Biotouch is part of that process.
Yeah. And just a little note, we went on Facebook Live a little late. So if you're just joining us, Bev and I are talking about Biotouch is gift of happiness. And that's an inherent birthright that you were given when you came onto this planet. Even though it seems, if you look at our life, it's really about suffering and pain and fear. And, those are the things we seem to know every day. And Biotouch really meets us at that level. I just had somebody just called me this morning, and they had taken just our workshop, 1 hour workshop, and she does lots of other techniques, Reiki and healing touch, acupuncture. She mostly works with animals. She came to our little workshop, and her statement to me was, her experience that one night in that 1 hour, there's nothing like it. Her experience of what she felt with Biotouch didn't come anywhere near those other techniques. And even more importantly, is that she got that feeling being worked with by someone who'd never taken Biotouch before, a neophyte.
Yeah.
That moment of her being able to say there's nothing like it anywhere,
Right.
that's happiness. There's that content, that feeling of, wow, everything's going to be okay in the midst of my
hope.
suffering. Yes. Hope, happiness, they all start with H's. So,
Yeah.
So that was an interesting, little, again, it just reminded me of why we want to get this gift out to you, so that you can open it up, take those two fingers, touch another human being. And it's the giving, as Bev was just saying, that you're receiving. And it's not about trying to change somebody. It's not about trying to analyze somebody. It's not about trying to do something. In fact, our manual talks about that in the preface. It says here, there is no attempt in the following pages to explain why these procedures work. The goal is only to teach an individual how to touch certain points, which will help to facilitate the healing process rather than to do something. That's a huge statement. We
Yeah.
are so used to doing this. I got to do my yoga. I got to do my running. I got to do my diet. I've got to do my sit. I've got to go to church. I've got to, do, all for the purpose of happiness. We got to do something to get happiness. We got to go somewhere to get happiness. We got to pay somebody to give us the magic pellet, that's going to give us happiness. When the beauty of Biotouch is, it's not about doing, it's about the simple touch to another human being. Those 2 points that we'll show you here, just the greeting. If that's all you do is just the greeting, I think we're opening that gift, aren't we?
Well, that's what we say. The greeting is the key to opening up. And all of that doing, that's I'll just reiterate this again. Biotouch helps us to be instead of do.
Right.
And all the fear and all the pain, all of that stems from this illusion, and we've said this many times, that we're separated. And what do we always say about Biotouch, even in our mission statement? Biotouch is here to connect us in a circle that has always been. It's just that's part of this self-awareness, to remember that that's always been an illusion, that it's been you and me, or them and us. That's all. This other stuff stems from that belief system that we've all bought into. These times are asking us, begging us to remember who we truly are. And that's why I'm doing this with you in Biotouch. It is one of the ways in which we are it's to come through, to be in the presence of each other, not separated.
Right. And the beauty of that is there are no levels with that. You don't have to be an all kind, loving, spiritually enlightened person. You can be a jerk and do it. And like I've said to the teenagers, I've proven it. I'm one of the bigger jerks on the planet. Of course, Bev agrees with that too, but that's okay.
You have your other side, I've seen.
We all have that. That's the beauty of it. I mean, I love it when people say, "Oh no, Paul, you're not a jerk. You're just really a kind. Look at what you're doing." I'm like, well, yeah, of course, we all are. We're angels, we're loving, we're kind, we're beautiful, we're happy, we're content, but we're also a SOB sometimes. You can't help it. I think
part of the human experience.
Yes, we're born into this. So what can we do to sort of take us out of that for a moment? And I've dedicated over 30 years of my life, as you were just saying, to bring something, a technique, a very simple, loving touch that I have experienced takes people out of that duality for a moment. Only takes a moment.
That's all it takes.
Only takes a moment. And then you got to do another moment. These are not moments you can accumulate and go, oh, well, look how much I got in the bank here. I've done Biotouch, X amount of times. And but no, momentary and momentary and momentary. That's how we have to live our life.
Yeah.
And Biotouch is just a great way to meet us in our suffering, not trying to get us out of it, but just wanting to help, wanting to be present. That's a better word. Be present. Helping is not even a good word. We just want to be present with people in their suffering. We talked about that on a show about fear.
Right.
And in that presence is where real happiness lies. Real content, real peace. So we hope that you're going to want to learn Biotouch here. We have numerous ways to do it. Good morning, Michelle, and good morning, Paula. There's some people who have given us great examples of utilizing Biotouch in there.
Oh yeah.
So again, if you're on YouTube or Facebook or Pixel, Periscope, Twitch, whatever, and you've got a comment, we're simulcasting on all of you, and we're trying to figure out how to use that, which is why I keep looking all over the place here.
I know.
So we always want to teach. It doesn't do us any good to sit here and yak, even though Bev and I love to yak. We want to make sure you learn something on these shows. And so we're just going to, again, start as we move into this new year, just with that simple greeting. So as you're sitting there watching, find these points on yourself. And if nothing else, since you really are not with someone, or if you are, bring them in front of the screen here. But just think about touching someone, or think about somebody doing these points on you. And we're just going to teach you the very simple greeting.
The greeting is always performed at the beginning of each session. It's the only set that uses one hand, and the only set that indicates which hand to use. The greeting is performed with the dominant hand. If you are right-handed, use your right hand. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. The greeting is made by touching at point 1, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone or sternum. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. Then, with the same 2 fingers, touch point 2 on the back. To find point 2, look for the big bone at the base of the neck. From here, move 1 to 1.5 inches to the left. This is point 2. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. More than one associate may work with a recipient provided that all of the associates perform the greeting. If the associate or the recipient leaves the session, or if someone who hasn't done the greeting touches either the recipient or the associate, the greeting must be reestablished. Then the session may proceed from where it was interrupted.
Boom. You know, I wanted to take a moment to tell people why we use that word associate instead of practitioner. And in our manual, we describe that, which is sort of talking about what we just talked about all this morning. The associate is the person who performs the procedures in the manual. The term associate is used as a matter of convenience. However, the dictionary describes the role of one who is inspired to pursue this work as one often in company with another, implying intimacy or equality, and two, one having an interest in common with another. Very profound.
It really is.
That we use that word, because that's really what Biotouch is all about. And you've talked about that earlier. Yes. We're all equal here. I always like to say, we're all bozos on this boat. And, whatever job you have in this lifetime, it could be the person on the corner asking for money. It could be the person living up in the foothills in this spacious, 5,000 square foot home overlooking the valley. It doesn't matter. We're all equal when it comes to that human experience, which is suffering. And Biotouch can bring that little bit of happiness back in our life. We can reclaim that birthright just by doing that touching. So we taught you the greeting. We also have some other classes coming up. And one of those is our next virtual training. Great class. From 9 a.m. to 4:30 Arizona time. People say that the day just whizzed by. And if you know a massage therapist or a nurse or a doula anywhere in the country, tell them about this, because they can get 8 continuing education credits, and it's only $60. $48 if you don't take the CE credits. So that's January 12th, 9 a.m. to 4:30 Arizona time. If you have any questions, just kick us an email. And then our next workshop is going to be January 28th, and that's 6 p.m. Arizona time. It's only live streamed on Facebook. We might be able to live stream it on other things too. And again, there's CE credits are available for massage therapists, nurses, and doulas. So great way. We're going to talk about crisis, grief, and loss with Karen Arnold, who actually has a whole program designed for grief and loss work. So we look forward to hearing her, and we practice some points on that day too.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't get much easier, folks, to learn Biotouch and to take it home and utilize it. So if you ever gave yourself what's that word? What do you do in the new year?
Start with an R.
Yeah, resolution. They're so worthless, I forgot the name. If there ever was a resolution, let it be just doing even the greeting. But we hope that you'll come join us to learn some of the points so that you can pass it off. Kai was saying here, she's a massage therapist. It's her favorite way to get CE credits. So we hope that you'll want to learn it. If you missed the beginning part of the show, I'll try to post the whole thing, but you got the essence of it. We are here, Bev. I appreciate you taking your time and your energy to help guide this organization, to give back this gift. We're giving you a gift. The greatest gift for us is that you open it and use it.
Yeah, claim your gift, guys. Claim it.
Yes,
it's there.
And we look forward to 2021. This is our last show of the year, Bev.
Wow.
So,
well, what a way to end it.
What a way to end it. We love you all. We hope happiness can now be part of your life with just 2 fingers. And Bev, I'm wishing you a very, very happy New Year up there in the cold country.
Yes, yes.
Yes. All right. So happy New Year to all of you. We'll see you all in 2021.
Oh, happy New Year, everyone.
I can feel the pain sunshine or rain, so it's not caused by the weather. But it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. You take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain away. All my joints